And we here on another episode of Stir the Pot Podcast, and we here with a special guest. Let people know who we here with.
Well, I am super excited to be on the podcast today. My name is Judge Michaela Nix. It is so great to be here. How are you doing today?
I'm blessed and highly favored. I appreciate you for coming on the podcast. I'm super excited. This is going to be amazing.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna get into it. So, Judge Nix, where are you from?
So I am from Dade County, Miami, Florida. However, my family are from a small place called Rochelle outside of Micanopy. My family's been here since 1887. So we are genuinely true Floridians, and
Y'all been here to Eatonville.
we have. We
Yeah,
have.
1887. That's dope.
Yes, I'm very proud to say that our church that we have had is the church where I married my husband, where I
Okay.
baptized my children. That's 142 years old.
Wow.
And so I'm very proud of the Hall family
Mhm.
and the things that we've accomplished in the Rochelle community.
That's amazing. Okay, so you from the crib.
I'm from the crib.
You from the crib. Okay. So how did you get into politics? I know it's like steps to everything like that. So I definitely seen that you with the fam.
I did for law school.
Okay. Shout out to FAMU. That's amazing. Okay, so when you went to FAMU, did you go into FAMU always knowing that okay, like one of not say your end goal, but one of your ultimate goals was to become a judge, or was it kind of like I'm going to see how things go and you like?
Well, that's a really good question. So when I started out, I basically was a lawyer, and as I progressed, my dad took me to go see a judge when I was really, really young. And so I'm going to talk about that a little bit later in the show. But as a little bit of plurb for me to say, take your kids to the courthouse, because my dad did that for me. And I met one of the judges. He was a friend of my father's, and I just loved everything about the courtroom. And so when I went off to law school, I knew I had a gift of gab. Although I went to an art school, and many of my friends thought I was going to be in some type of Juilliard or conservatory. I decided that I was going to go to University of Central Florida, go Knights,
Okay.
and I majored in political science with an emphasis in pre-law. And so at that time, I knew I was going to be a lawyer. And then as I got on the bench, as I became a lawyer, I knew that I ultimately wanted to sit on the bench. And I'm super excited to say in the year of 2020, that dream became a reality.
That's amazing. So, what is somewhat? I'm jumping, but what is some of like the feeling of really becoming a judge? Like, it's different things where people can accomplish certain goals or certain things that they always wanted to become. Like, that's cool. Like, that's amazing. But it's a lot of you guys, right? There's not a lot of
That's very
judges,
true.
and there's not a lot of female black judges. So, what was somewhat of like the feeling when in 20? You said 2022.
2020.
2020, did that, like, how did that come? You know what I mean? How did that feel?
It felt amazing. I'm just going to be very, very honest. I was one of the first African American women to win a contested race here in the Ninth Circuit, which encompasses Orange and Osceola County, and I was thrilled. I was thrilled in so many ways. I do think that we have an amazing bench currently in the Ninth Circuit, but to add to that diversity, to add to those women, I was honored, really.
That's amazing. That's so cool. That's so cool. So, backtrack a little bit. All right. So, like you said, your parents, your dad took you to
The courthouse, yeah.
right? So, when your dad took you to the courthouse, like, was that like kind of like a triggering thing, or did you like continue on going and build a relationship with the judge, and how?
Definitely. So he was doing a jury duty, and he was talking to us about what jury duty is and talking about the civic duty. And when he did that, I got excited. I wanted to go. And so he took me one of the last periods of time of the jury duty, and he asked, I guess, I don't know how he did it. I was young at the time.
Yeah.
But to set up something with the judge, and I got a chance to talk to the judge and see the chambers of the judge at that time, that little area in the back. And it was just a great environment and a great opportunity. And that is why we're going to talk, some about me and me sitting on the bench and re-election and all those great things. But my little plug, before we forget, is, guys, bring the kids out to the courthouse. I see a lot of people around, and I just never see as many children as I would like to see. This is a public place. So this summer, regardless if you vote for me on August the 18th or not, bring the kids out. These are elected officials. Go take them to the courthouse. You might have the next judge. You might have your next lawyer. You might have your next bailiff. You might have your next judicial assistant. You might have your next stenographer. You might have your next interpreter. You might have your next.
Whew. I don't got no kids, but if I had kids, they're going to be at the courthouse. So
Yes.
for the parents who might not even know that's an option, how can they do that? How
Just
can they
come. It's a public place. Literally, just come to the courthouse.
Yeah.
You don't have to have an appointment. You may want to see if you have a big group. We have a coordinator for that currently. Her name is Miss Desiree Lawson. A shout out to Miss
Shout
Desiree
out to Ms.
Lawson.
Lawson. I'm going to be hitting you up, Ms. Lawson.
Or any type of community. I guess it's like the community advocate for the courthouse or the liaison, and you can set up a group. However, if it's just you and your loved one, you can come in. You can ask the judge, is this a proceeding that I can sit in, unless it's like a juvenile or something of that nature. And 9 times out of 10, they'll say yes, or you just sit in the back. The courthouse is a public place. It is for everyone, and it should be for everyone. And it was like that for me, and that's why I was excited to become the first African-American woman to win a contested race along with one of my colleagues, because it was a public place, and my dad instilled that to me at a young age, and I would love to see more.
That's amazing, because I never knew that. Like, I never knew that. So it's kind of something like the library.
Yes.
Like, oh, okay, cool. So I have a foundation, right? So I have a foundation. It's called the New West Orlando Foundation, and we help kids and different things like that. But now knowing that, that's going to definitely be one of like our field trips.
Yes, a field trip.
Going to the courthouse.
Now let me make a little small pub, right? So don't don't say we're not going to school and skip school and then come to the courthouse because you thought that Judge Nick said that you could just come to the courthouse. I could just see somebody saying that as an educational activity. Don't skip school, right? Like, kids are really not supposed to be in the courthouse during school hours or time periods of that nature. Let me just say that, just in case someone said you could take your kid anytime to the courthouse.
Well, summertime.
But yes,
It's
summertime.
Summertime, they can come a
Definitely, or an organization, like you said, a field trip, some things like that. It's really imperative, and I love that idea.
Wow, that's huge. That's huge. Okay, so now, fast forward, like you said, so you going to UCF and FAMU.
That's right.
Okay. And then you said you were like, you knew when you became a lawyer, right? So when you became a lawyer, did you become a lawyer? Kind of different types of lawyers. Practicing. So what was you?
I was practicing family law, and I did a little bit of criminal law at that time. And in 2020, I had my own practice, Nick's Law PA, and then I've been elevated to the bench, and I've been elected to the bench by the people here in the 9th. And so I've been on the bench now for almost 5 years, going on 6 years. I had my baby on the bench, my little daughter, so it's been an exciting time and a great journey.
That's amazing. Okay, so for the people who might not know, so the Knife Circuit, where does that like include?
Great, that's all of Orange County and all of Osceola County. So if you are from Orange County, you can vote for me. If you're from Osceola County, you can vote for me. So those are going to be your 2 areas, the 9th Circuit. And we have a total of 20 circuits in the state of Florida.
Okay. That's amazing. So that's a lot of
That's a
lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
Sometimes people are like, okay, cool, I'm in this area, that area. Orange and Osceola County, whatever. Hey, you know what I'm saying? That's wrong.
That is a lot of people.
That's a lot of people. And there's so many people that's moving into the Central Florida area, especially like from like Kissimmee, Orlando, and things like that. Congratulations.
Thank you. This is a great state, and it's a great place to live in Orlando and Osceola, Orange and Osceola County, and so I'm super excited. Thank you.
Thanks. No. So, I ain't gonna lie. So, one thing I like to do is I like to eat, right? Okay, so I like to eat. So what's some of like your go-to restaurants or places you like to go eat at?
Okay, so I'm a steak girl.
Okay.
So shout out to Christner's. Shout out to Backroom Steakhouse in Apopka.
Okay.
Let's see what else I like. I'm gonna take you a little bit old school,
Okay.
a little bit. Shout out to Fleming's.
Fleming's. Yeah.
Where else do I like? So that's my steak. I can do a Morton's. I can do a Morton's.
Yeah.
I can do a Morton's. And then the Citrus Club. I've been a part of the Citrus Club, past president of the Citrus Club, and so that's one of my favorite places, and the chefs there are amazing. And then me.
Yeah.
I cook a mean steak.
That part. You put a little throw a little on there. That's okay.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So now eating good, right? So I know when people come in town and it's your family, friends, and I know you're a good host, right?
Yes.
So y'all can know y'all. We can hear y'all. No. So you're your host, right? So let's say you have some family or friends come in town. Where would you show them like some gyms or some places that you like to go around in the city, like outside? Like, okay, boom. You know what I'm saying? They say, Judge Nix, I'm in town. Okay, we going to the different food spots. We just ate good. You know what I'm saying? Where are some else places would you probably just take them to have fun at around in the Orange and Osceola County area?
Okay, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't go anywhere without going to Disney because we're here in Orlando.
Facts.
And then I would take them to Osceola. It just has a wonderful era of nature. So they have nature walks there. They have
Mm-hmm.
little tea rooms there. So if you want to go in Osceola,
Mm-hmm.
if we're going to go, let's see where else I would take them. It's a good question. I have to think about that a little bit. Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's
Pause.
totally fine. It's totally fine. And also too, right? So while you thinking, Disney's huge, right? So there's a lot of different things in Disney. Where in Disney would you recommend of the vibes, or you say, we just finna, Disney.
Oh, so it depends. So if we're
Yeah.
just with that, if we're hanging out, just adults,
Mhm.
Epcot all day.
Okay.
They have the Flower Festival. They have, as you can see, I'm an annual pass holder. They have the festival. They have, if you like to do the beer around the world or the drinking around the world, they have the
Yes.
restaurants.
Mhm.
You can go a little bit further. ESPN by Epcot has some amazing sports and activities that normally go there.
Mhm.
If you are with the kids, Magic Kingdom all day.
Okay.
As I told you, I have a little one, and so she's a toddler. So we love all the Disney princesses.
Okay.
And I would say stay on the resort if you can.
Mhm.
But if you want little gems here in Orlando, I would say number one, try some of our hotels here. They have a lot of activities. Like if you go to the Rosen, if you go to the Westgate, they have like little bowlings and many vacations inside other vacations. So that's always good. I think we do well with amazing resorts and hotels.
Yes.
And let's see where would I take them? I'm a big, so I shop. I would take them to the mall a lot.
Yeah. What mall you like to go to?
I like to go to Mall of Millennia.
Yeah, okay. I was like, you look like a millennial mall vibe. Yeah, okay.
I would take them shopping, but there's also a historical museum right here downtown Orlando, which is past Senator Geraldine Thompson was really involved in the museum. So if you want to go historical, you can go there. We have a lot of African three masks is here, which downtown about Orange Avenue pardon me, Orange Blossom Trail, and he has multiple things in the African American community from kente's to mass. Shout out to Three Masks. He does his thing there. I would take them culturally to the Dr. Phillips Center. We would see a show. After that, we would grab something to eat from the Citrus Club. As I told you, I think that's a great area. Can't leave here without seeing the Orlando Magic. We're doing amazing. Shout out to my mentor, Pat Williams. I miss you a lot. Let's see. Then we would keep going a little bit. We can't stop by. Don't forget about UCF in that area on the east side. There's a lot of good restaurants there. And Fairwinds Alumni has a lot of basketball. Then we go a little bit down the Citrus Club area off of Orange, where we have Florida Classic venues. They do some amazing things at the Citrus. Jones just had graduation, so if you're graduation time, you're going to see some amazing graduation activities. Can't forget about International Drive.
It's a vibe.
I mean, we are in Orlando.
I'm trying to tell you facts.
So
And
there's
what
a
they
lot.
said I seen it on all over the news. They said, Orlando, you are Olympic City.
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah, we're here.
We're definitely here.
Okay, so
And hopefully with a baseball team soon.
hey, Orlando Dreamers.
Yes,
It's gonna
Orlando
happen.
Dreamers.
Orlando Dreamers. It's gonna. I feel like it's definitely gonna happen.
Yes.
I think it's definitely gonna happen.
Either way.
So, Rewind. I heard you say your mentor was Pat Williams.
Yes, one of my mentors was
Rest in
Pat
peace,
Williams.
Pat.
Rest in
Yes.
peace. The beloved Pat Williams here.
How did that relationship come about?
Oh gosh, so he's a leader already on his own, and so he was doing a leadership speech at a luncheon that I was at the Citrus Club maybe 12, 13 years ago. And
Wow.
I always knew that to get a mentor, you have to ask for a mentor. That was something I learned early in life. And I think
Mhm.
that was a very good piece of gem that stuck with me.
Yeah.
And so I've never been afraid to ask and listen and develop. And so I saw him immediately, and he did his course on excellence of leadership. And I talked with him, and our friendship grew over the years. He would just help me out with being on the board for my law firm and just giving me some great critical advice all the way through. Came to my investiture, spoke there. I mean, Pat Williams was an amazing person to have in Orlando, and definitely an amazing mentor. I think that he really did make a lot of dreams come true.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. So, as Shannon wrote this for right on when I interviewed her, um, I asked you. So I know you have met a lot of amazing people through your journey. Who some of the people that you have met that you like? You know what? Like I ran across them and they were pretty cool. Like they were like good people to meet.
Honestly, regular people.
Mhm.
Good old fashioned people in the residence around where I'm knocking on doors and meeting people. People have fascinating stories.
Yeah.
And they just are not someone that's, on social media a lot or has some type of job that defines them. But just talking to people and hearing their stories and hearing their motivations, people pray over me and pray for me. I get to talk to other people who are moms like me and raising family and children and church members. So I can honestly say what a person would call just a normal person,
Mhm.
they're pretty cool to me.
Yeah. Yeah. That's amazing. That's cool. Okay. So I remember you saying that you can cook real good.
I didn't say real good. I
Well,
said
you
I
make a
said-
good steak.
I
You make a
make,
good steak. Okay. Okay. Okay.
my husband thinks I'm cook good.
That's all that matters. That is all that matters. That is all that matters. So, is there like a special like dish that you make outside of just the steak? That you know what I'm saying? You like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? The at Fleming's and everywhere else booked up. You know what? We still gonna eat good no matter regardless. And,
So
still
I'm a Southern belle.
Okay.
So you have to have all the classic Southern food, macaroni and cheese,
Mhm.
collard greens,
Yeah.
fried chicken,
Okay. Yeah.
all that good stuff. I am a country girl. I told you guys, family been here 1887. We ride horses, rednecks come in all colors. So I'm going to say some deer, some fried deer is going to be at our events.
Mhm.
Potato salad. I mean, what good old fashioned Southern food.
That sounds good to me.
Sounds pretty good
That
to
sounds good to me. That's some good cooking.
me. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? If somebody can say fried deer, if somebody like, hey, we're
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
eat some fried deer, at least you're gonna eat good.
Oh, you're going to eat real good.
Yeah.
You can make it in the stew at the end. Ooh.
Talk about it. Talk about it. I like that. I like that. Okay. So I had a couple questions, right?
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I gotta look at my little notes real quick, so don't judge me real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, this has been great. You didn't think though.
Yeah.
I like it.
No, facts. You know what I'm saying? All right, like I appreciate you. So real quickly. All right. Okay. So let's see. We already said that. Okay, what challenges have you faced as a woman in the legal system?
Well, that's a good question. I think as a woman in any situation, there's going to be sometimes some adversities, just historically, that women have faced. I don't think there's something that's too much in one industry than not, but I can tell you on the bench, being the first African American woman to win a contested race, I definitely think that there were some amazing women who may have tried before me, but we just hadn't gotten there yet. So I would say that's one, just more diversity on the bench, as we've mentioned, and more diversity at tables. And that's what I'm really good at. I'm good at sitting at a variety of different tables, and that is where experiences are made. And so it's not only being a woman, it's not only being smart, but it's can you sit at many tables? Are you able to be diverse enough, not just being a woman or being African American or being a person of color, but can you sit at diverse tables? And I do that very well.
Yeah, and if you can't do that, a lot of times you probably not gonna be at them tables regardless.
Right.
Facts. Okay, do you feel women judges bring a different perspective to the courtroom?
I do. I think that the courtroom is, and when you talk about the courtroom, I'm assuming you're talking about just cases, and
Yes.
you're going any experience. That's why you would like a diverse bench. A diverse bench is not going to be about the rule of law. I am an advocate for the rule of law. I cannot change the law. The rule of law is that. That is going to be something with the legislative branch. I am the judicial branch. I interpret the law. And experiences help. The more varied your experiences are, the more you are aligned with the people here in Orange and Osceola County. And so I definitely think, being a woman, I have some additional experiences that may aid me in coming up with some of the rulings that may aid me, because the rule of the law is the rule of the law, but those experiences are going to help you interpret those factors that may be in the best interest of the child, or that may be determining a bond for someone else. It's the experiences. Again, sitting at those variety of different tables, and being able to personally have a variety of different roles.
Yes. I like how you sat there and said it. I can't remember what movie it was, but I remember when they were saying it, like, the law is the law.
The law is the law.
The law is the law. That's cool. So let's say when you get in your car and you drive, what's some music you listen to?
Lil Wayne.
Okay.
So I like Lil Wayne a lot.
Facts.
I think he is great. And then I listen to 95.9, which is the Christian rap station. Shout out to 95.9, guys. It's an amazing, uplifting, inspirational mornings every time. My friend put me on to 95.9, and it's been really good. And then I listen to kid stuff all day. All kid songs. Elsa, every Frozen, every Disney song, K-pop, Demon Hunter. That's why they became the Oscar winners, because my little one loves K-pop. So some of those things. And then I am brushing up on my Spanish skills, and so you will hear a variety of different mechanisms and means for me to continue learning the great language.
And especially with the Osceola County, anything like that, makes sense to definitely learn more Spanish. Cause I wish I knew a little bit more Spanish. Definitely being here in Orlando. So I have a question. So let me ask real quick. Do you think social media helps or hurts like justice today?
I think that it helps maybe in the legislative branch, maybe advocate for some laws and some changes. As far as judicial branch, I don't think it hurts or helps. I think that sometimes it could hurt. If you're going through a nasty divorce, it's probably not good to put mean things on social media. People can use those.
Yeah.
So that's an example of how it can hurt when people are emotionally based. Social media now seems to be a place to just, put all the business out there.
Yeah.
Don't do that. But it could also be great as a thriving solo practitioner. I own my own business. I was a entrepreneur. I sat on many boards. And so one of them as the prior Orange County Charter Review Commissioner. So I reviewed our charters. I think that social media can definitely help in the business aspect for small business owners that may or may not be able to do mega commercials. Now you have promoters and you have people like that can sit down with you. So social media can be great in both aspects. I've seen it in both ways, great, and I've seen it, probably shouldn't say some of those things.
Yeah. That's how I feel. I feel like social media is the best and like the worst thing that kind of that happened to society, because it can help in the good way and then it can hurt in a whole nother different type of way. Facts. So is there anything that you want to tell the people about or what's going on?
Sure.
Yes.
So first of all, like my social media, yay! So glad that was a great plug. And my social media is going to be at Michaela Nix, Mikaelanix. And that page is open, it's public, and you can see some of the things I do. And the reason why I do like social media is during this present time as an elected official, there's not a lot that you can sometimes get out and see. As a judge, there's a lot of limitations to what I can say and how I feel about things. But your social media is a good place to look to anyone, businesses, whether that's your elected officials, to see what they're really about. And I think that you'll find if you go to my social media that this is what I do. This is not a fake Michaela Nix just because I'm running. This is why you elected me the very first time. I am the people's judge, have been the people's judge, and will always continue to be the people's judge. I believe in the people. And that is one of the benefits that social media has. You can go back, right? You can't hide dates, right? You can go back and see where people were, see what people were doing. And I think that you will find that I've been advocating and in this community for a long time. I've been here for over 26 years. I went to the University of Central Florida, go Knights, Florida A&M College of Law. I sit on the Dean Advisory Board. I sit on the Central Florida Boy Scout Board. I was a past president of the Citrus Club. I have been in a domestic bench successfully, and I have been on the criminal bench. I'm death penalty certified, and all of those things are just going to reassure public trust, accountability, and professionalism. I'm about the kids. Take the kids out to these public places. This is why you elected me. I am your elected official. I would love to see more kids in the courtrooms, more field trips. Don't forget that the Ninth Circuit has lots of careers. When you think about jobs, don't forget the courthouse. We need plumbers too. We need electricians too. We need human resource developers. We need all of those things as well. Vote Michaela Nix. I still believe in fairness. I still believe in honesty. I still believe in commitment. And I know that I will earn your vote just like I earned it before on August the 18th, all Orange and Osceola residents. And as my young people will say, clock it.
I don't even know what to say. That was amazing. Not say like, and you know the crazy thing is too.
You told me to say something.
You know facts, but the crazy thing is about the whole situation. I believed every word you said.
Oh, it's true.
No fact, you can feel it. Like sometimes I ran across a couple of politicians. You know what I'm saying? Not that you're a politician.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you're like, oh, okay, cool. But no, you're like, wow.
Thank you.
That was amazing. Like,
I love my job.
yes.
I love my job. I love the people in this Central Florida community. I love the Orange and Osceola residents. Like I said before, I've been here. I've been the past University of Central Florida Black Alumni President. I own my own business. I sat on multiple boards and multiple organizations. And as your judge, I know that I've done an amazing job. And I know that you will feel very empowered and very proud to re-elect Judge Michaela Nix.
We're gonna make that happen.
Yeah.
We're gonna make that happen. You know what I'm saying? That's amazing. So now when you win,
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? When you win again, how long does that go?
Good questions. These are great questions. So the Ninth Circuit, as we talked about, Orange and Osceola County, your 20 circuits. Each judge is elected for 6 years. That's the term. Now you can stagger it up if there's like an appointment, but judges are elected for 6 years. They are nonpartisan, so you don't have to worry about the politics portion, and that's for a good reason, right? You don't want your judges to be impartial. You don't want your judges to have political agendas. You want your judges to be neutral, and you want them to be advocates for the residents of Orange and Osceola County or whatever county they may be. But in the state of Florida, it's going to be 6 years, and so that's a long time, right? When you think about your elected officials, some of your House representatives are every 2 years, some of them are every 4 years, judges are every 6 years, and I think that means a lot, and that says a lot. That says that they want experience, and that means that experience comes sometimes with longevity. I've seen things on the bench, as I identified. I've been in multiple areas, not just domestic and criminal. And so I think that is going to be very beneficial. Great question. Great question.
It really is. Especially in 6 years, I only can imagine the direction and where the city of Orlando will be in 6 years. How do you feel like the direction of Orlando will probably be like in 6 years?
Oh, we're growing. This state is growing. This is a great state. I think that we are going to see some significant differences. We are doing, especially in courthouses. I think that right now we are full. And so I don't even know, soon maybe we'll have a different courthouse for Orange County just because we may need more judges as the city is growing so much. I think we've seen a great job in the city of Kissimmee as far as diversity in the projects, and I say that as roads are getting built. There's so much more. I drove by in Lake Nona area. So many things have gone up. So many buildings, so many restaurants. People are moving here. The Osceola County is thriving tremendously. So I think that growth is inevitable.
Yes, I totally agree with you, 150%. You know what I'm saying? All the way, like the amount of like construction and projects and events
Yeah.
and entertainment and stuff like that that's been coming here. It's like, wow, you see it
Yeah.
like more and more people are definitely coming here. What's one of the things that you would like to see happen, or that's probably going to happen within the next 6 years when you know come elected? Like it could be anything. It could be from entertainment. It could be politics. It could be construction.
I would like to see more stops on the Sunrail.
Mm,
I think that people could really use public transportation, especially in times where they're coming to and from the courthouse. And I think if we had more stops, the ability for public transportation, I would really like to see the public transportation grow more.
yes, yes. That would be really nice. That'd be really nice. Cause I remember this was years ago um in Denver, right? So I was in Denver, and the public transportation
Hmm.
um on like it was like basically it was like a sunrail type of thing, and it stopped literally like almost like every other area
Hmm.
or neighborhood, and I'm like, wow, like this is really cool. I only can imagine if that was the case where like we finna get on the sunrail and
Yeah.
hit the different areas that you were even naming, and like restaurants and
Yeah.
etc.
Get off the stuff. I'm from Miami-Dade, so
Hmm.
county, and we do great with public transportation. We have our buses have their own lanes
Okay.
for a very majority of ways. We have the monorail that goes back and forth. I went to New World School of the Arts, and so I grew up taking that monorail to and from school. The metro, we called it the Metro Rail, and so I think that it was amazing with that public transportation, and I would love to see us grow in the public transportation community.
Yeah. Um, did you play any sports being down from Miami? Because I know Miami's a lot of athletes come out of the crib.
Yeah. I did a couple of sports.
Hmm.
I played a lot of instruments. I played the clarinet and the bass clarinet. I went to a art school, so I was kind of a little bit more artsy in
Hmm.
nature. And I went to a foreign language magnet school. So I did play some sports. I played
Hmm.
football when I was younger. Always different. Always
Hmm.
wanted to be the first, and always different, right?
Yeah.
So I played football as a young person. I did some cheering. I rode horses, as I told you before. My family, all of us have ridden at some point. My little one rides right now. Um, but mostly music.
Yeah.
Play the piano and clarinet.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of times, especially in, I guess you would say like the black community, there's a lot of things that we could be good at. We just probably might not know things or knowledge just for information, like how you said, where you can come to the courthouse type of situation, or like you said, horseback riding type of situation. Where can or places you would probably recommend um parents to probably like take their kids to diversify some of their relationships and different things like that. Like I know you said the courthouse. You know what I'm saying? I heard you say horseback riding. Is there any other little gems you like? Okay, check your kids into these type of vibes outside of just football or basketball of the normal.
So summer is a wonderful time, parents, to get a variety of different options for the kids. And sometimes as parents, we just get busy. We get busy and we boggle down in our own lives. But if you talk to your kids, find out what they're interested in. Just like when you're in the military, they do that like that ADS-VAB test to see where you are. If you go to some type of new job, they do a personality test. Talk to your kids, because when your kids come home and you ask them, "How was your day?" and they tell you, "Oh, my day was great," or "My day was fine," know a lot of stuff happened in that day. 40 hours a week. For some kids, if they go to YMCA or after school programs, 50 hours. Lots of stuff happens. So just sitting at the table, kind of like talking to the kids, seeing what they're interested in, and then just playing around with that. Because let's be honest, as parents, we have a lot on our plates. And so it may not be as easy for us to do 5 different activities, right? It's a lot to do one activity sometimes. My son does AAU basketball, and it's like every weekend. It can get expensive. And so then they turn around, they say, oh, I'm not really interested in it anymore. Well, that's great that we experienced it, but number one, I would say, ask your kids, sit down, have these conversations. And 2, I would set commitment goals. So we're not just playing this sport today and then tomorrow starting something else. We're going to be committed to this area, this sport, this musical instrument, this book, this STEM activity, you name it, but we're going to have some type of commitment. So now you're committed and the kids are committed, because what happens is the parents are committed, right? Have the dog that the kids want, now you have the dog. Don't do that, right? We're all going to be committed in this activity together. And I think that that's what you can do to find out what area your kids are interested in. Ask them. And then if they say, yeah, I love astronauts, then Google Camp Astronaut. And guess what will come up? Kennedy Space Camp has a summer camp. It's amazing. They have scholarships available for kids who may not have the means to do the summer camp, but you have to put something into it too. So we can't say that we're on Facebook without saying we're on Google. So that's what I would say.
That's a fact. That is definitely a fact. How can somebody support your campaign and anything that you have going on?
Great. So if you want a yard sign, you can get with the campaign, and that's going to be at re-elect Judge Nix Walker. And if you see Nix and Nix, that's a good, thank you, I'm glad I got to say that. So you'll see sometimes Michaela Nix Walker in court, and you'll say, oh, I see Michaela Nix. So that's because I'm married, and my husband's last name is Walker. And so in court, there's a hyphenation. However, when I was running, I used Nix, and so I'll stick with Nix just for purposes of my election. So you will see re-elect, REELECT, Judge Nix.com. And that's my website. But this day and age, let's be real. People like to see what people are doing. So you can also go to my Facebook, and you can see the same thing that you would see on my website. My committee people who are supporting me, endorsements. So if you guys want a sign, definitely ask for a sign. Hopefully you guys put up some information at the end of this podcast or through your Facebook or your social media outlets. You can vote. That's really more important than a sign or anything. The mid-elections are the hardest, especially in the African-American community, which to me should be the best turnout. Of course, vote for your national race. Of course, vote for your presidents, right? Of course, vote for your governors. But you got to vote for your sheriffs. You have to vote for your commissioners who are dictating what's going on in your areas. You have to vote for your judges. These are the people that affect you every day. So you can't skip August and go to November. You have to start at August and then vote all the way through and through. But don't skip that middle election. And so that's what I really am asking. I'm asking for your vote, but more importantly, I'm asking you to vote.
Yes. Got to get out there and vote. And
August 18th. August 18th.
August 18th. That's all y'all need to know. And remember, August 18th, re-elect Judge Nix 1,010%.
If you're watching this, I know you have your phone next to you. Go on Siri and just say, Siri, make sure you make a note to vote for Judge Nix on August 18th. You don't even have to type it. You don't even have to save it. Siri can do it all for you.
Fact. And then, like I said, when you win.
I love it.
That is hilarious.
That's how easy.
Yes.
That's how quick.
Facts.
That's how easy.
Facts. So when you win, right?
Yes.
And when you win, where's your what word called? The re-election winning dinner date thing you're gonna be at, where you gonna bring all your people and you're gonna
Oh,
I know.
So you're talking about the watch party?
Okay, it'd be the watch party, but it'd be like more like the win party, cause you know.
Oh, the win party, the after party.
The win party. You know what I'm saying? Where you?
I'm just gonna probably relax.
Yeah,
I've been on the go. I'm just gonna kind of relax,
Mm-hmm.
but I party outside my city.
Yeah. Where's your fun cities you like to go to,
Um,
or you recommend for people to travel and check out?
so I would say just travel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big, I like sun. So I'm always going to do beaches and places
Mm-hmm.
like that. But it's also good to diversify your travel. If you've gone to Jamaica for 5 times, I love Jamaica. That's my home away from home. But maybe go somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big domestic person as well. Travel inside the United States, it's important.
Mm-hmm.
African Americans have made so much value and so much history to America. So always go and look for those things that have advancement for us and the people of color. And that means if you go to Washington, D.C., make sure you go and see the White House and all the Smithsonian museums. But don't forget about the African American Museum, right? That's what I mean. Make sure that we are investing in ourselves as well, giving back to local businesses, especially African American and people of color local businesses and then women. Um,
Yeah.
that's it.
Okay, before we get up out of here, because I know you got a busy schedule, is there any shout outs that you want to give a shout out to anybody, people that's, helping you out or anything like that, campaign, any vibes?
First of all, shout out to the Orange and Osceola residents for voting for me already. Thank you to my husband for making it happen. He does so well with everything and just balancing out. He definitely is my rock. So I am so happy for his support, especially running a campaign. And if I say I am going to do it, he always encourages me and says, let's go, put on the bootstraps and we get it done. And so I love that. My kids, the little ones, everyone who is helping me and my committee for my campaign as a judicial candidate. I cannot ask for a vote or I can't ask for money, but I have a wonderful committee who advocate for me all the time, and I just want to say thank you. You are more than appreciated, and it never goes unnoticed. And mommy and daddy, we did it.
2 times in a row. 2 times. All right. Make sure August 18th.
August 18th.
August 18th the date. We got to re-elect Judge Nick.
Yes.
And shoot, that's another episode of Stir the Pot Podcast. It's your boy Alfred Chapman and Judge Nix.
Man, this was
And we
the
out.
bomb.
Oh, I appreciate
I
you.
loved it.
Thank you.
Good
I
job.
appreciate you.
Thank you guys very much, and thank you everyone who helped.
Thank you.
How was that?
Hey, how long was that?
Was that too long?
No, that's great. That's 42 minutes.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's perfect.
That was great.
That's perfect.
Yes. I felt like sometimes I can talk a lot. I'm a
No,
judge.
not at all. Not at all.
That
You were
was-
great.
That was great.
Okay.
You were amazing.
And you guys would tell me if I was talking too much.
Oh no.
Okay.
No, thank you.
No, I know. I would that's the only thing I was. The only thing I was doing is I think I need to move this. This is a distraction. Cause it pulled both of your eyes throughout the whole thing.
Right here.
Looking at the screen. Cause I know it's like a mirror. Girl, you look good. You can check it one time. I should have said that.
That's why I was asking you.
You didn't know, but
You
you
said
just do
only
good.
look here if you want to talk to the audience. So sometimes when I wanted to say something, I would.
Yes, no, I'm talking more about with Chap. Chap was focused on the screen like it was the camera. You were doing good. That's why I was doing this. I was trying to get Chap to look here.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, can we do one more to see him saying "Go for me" then?
Yeah. Okay. For sure. I
Yeah,
got
we
you.
can do that.
One
Yeah,
more, because
yeah.
that's a little. That's a little.
That's
more.
the-
I actually have not stopped, so
Okay.
Perfect.
All right.
So I can use that in my. We can. What, do you need anything else? That's good. We elect Judge.
Right.
got you in 3.
Yeah, you definitely got to move it because every time I'm sitting
Yeah, me too. Look, I'm right there too. I'm right there too. So it's this one.
It's definitely the camera right here, but
Which
you
one?
look there and there and be like,
It's either you can, as long as you
All right,
look in
re-elect
this
Judge
direction,
Nix.
good, but it's
Okay.
this one right
August
here.
18th, Orange and Osceola residents. All right, I got you. Say income. If you can, remember the word. I'll do it, but incumbent. I forgot to say that.
Incumbent?
Because on the ballot, they're going to see the word incumbent. And I keep forgetting to remind myself to tell people.
We're gonna make that as one.
Ask me real quick. Can you ask me that question? What is it? What does the word incumbent mean? Or
Okay.
what will I see when we go to the ballot to vote for you? What are we going to see?
Okay. All right.
There we go.
Ready?
I'm counting in.
Okay.
Ready? 3, 2.
Okay. So when people go to the ballots and
Okay.
reelect you, what are they going to look for or see on the ballot?
That's a great question. So when you go to the ballot, you will see my name, Michaela Nix, and then you will see like a little asterisk or star, and it'll say the word incumbent. The word incumbent means I am the current and sitting judge. So when you look there and you see that word, that's what the word incumbent means. It means that I am the sitting judge. I am super excited to be reelected again in Orange and Osceola County on August 18th of 2026. Thank you for having me on the show. I really enjoyed myself today. It was wonderful. Incumbent Circuit Judge Michaela Nix, Group 1.
Well, you might as well go ahead and put incumbent in your middle name. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to stay up there. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Don't forget, August 18th, make sure you go out and vote. Vote, vote, vote. We got to reelect Judge Nix.
Yes.
Incumbent.
Yes.
Y'all going to see incumbent.
Yes.
So y'all make sure y'all reelect Judge Nix. This is an amazing person. She's authentic, great person. And that's another episode of Stir the Pot Podcast. It's your boy, Alfred Chapman, and we out.
Thank you very much.